I've always liked Jar Jar, always be with Team Jar Jar. Hey guys, Robbie from Expired Threads and Collectibles. Toy haul real quick about some finds I found this year, which is pretty awesome. I know last year not a lot of people had some good luck, but this year I'm excited. Found a bunch of cool stuff. So I am doing a little mini documentary on a toy series that was kind of like very short-lived and not a lot of people really knew much about it. And it was near and dear to me. I love that toy line. Cannot wait to get them in. It's the K9 Cores. It was a Lanyard toys, and I believe it was 9 figures and 1 vehicle. I got all the figures except for 2, and so I'll be doing a review on them, and that'll be my next video. It'll be a little mini documentary and possibly another little toy haul. Off with that, I'm gonna go ahead and go off with the Walmart, and I found these 2 awesome toys. I got this Grimlock. And I know this one's really hard to find. He was like up on the top shelf, like next to the Iron Giant and Robbie Robot that's always sitting there. So sick seeing the Studio Series 86, the freaking Grimlock from the movie. It's just, boy, you know, it's so sick. And I don't know if I'm gonna take him out of the box or not. I like contemplating. It's such a good looking figure. Also got the Walmart exclusive Lanyard Toys Predator series. Like when these figures, not this one dropped, but when the Aliens first dropped, I was so stoked. And I remember I was like talking to some people like on Instagram and stuff about it, and not a lot of people were too hyped on them. I thought they were kind of cartoony and stuff like that. But now all of a sudden everyone's on the Predators. I'm like, man, the Aliens were just as cool. But I got the Aliens. I don't have the entire set, but I do have the Queen, and I do have an Alien like soldier set with the egg and the facehugger and the Trooper, which is super cool. I love Alien toys, and when Lanyard made them, I was like, yeah, that's so awesome. It's cool. The thing about Lanyard is the toys are good quality and they're always like super cheap. So one thing I do love is that they got the big figs of the 12-inch classic Predator. It's so sick. It's so cool. I just love it. I mean, I know he's not the most detailed thing ever, but dude, he was $20. Like, come on, NECA figures are 35, 40, and up. You know, everyone knows that. And you can't even pull them out of the box. I'm pulling this out of the box. It's going on my shelf. This one's so sick. I might buy. I know there's 2 other figures, 2 other big ones like this that they got, and I'm probably gonna hunt them down. This was the last one at Walmart, so I picked him up. I was surprised because he wasn't where he was supposed to be. People hide stuff everywhere. I found 2 NECA figures, the Shredder and Splinter. 2 of them were hidden in the Paw Patrol section, which is so weird. I didn't pick those up. I didn't really want those, but I did pick up this next one at Target. I did pick him up, the Krang. The Krang is so, oh my gosh, the second I saw that NECA was releasing this one, I was like, dude, I gotta get it. And this was, I believe, the last one at Target when me and Brooke went to Target because we were hunting for the new Archive series, for the Black Series, because I love Black Series figures. Die-hard Star Wars fan. I love Star Wars, and I love Ninja Turtles and Predator and Transformers, but mainly Star Wars. And I got the freaking Queen Amidala shirt. Brooke actually got this for me for my birthday like 2 years ago, and it's a vintage episode 1.
It's liquid blue.
Liquid blue. I love the shirt. I don't think I'll ever be able to get rid of it. It's so awesome. I love Star Wars. And going off of that, I'm gonna go into Star Wars now. But I didn't hunt these ones. These I found on Mercari, and I got them for a really good deal. Sometimes you're gonna pay up a little bit, but sometimes I feel like a lot of people just buy doubles and sell them on Mercari, and they don't resell them for a high price, which is super awesome. It's different from scalpers. It's like just people that are just like, I just want to like get paid for like my gas and like just make an extra $5 off the figure. That is completely cool because it gets into the hands of people like me and obviously you, because we finally get a figure that sometimes we just don't have the time to go and hunt. Like I work nights, so I can't just go and drop everything I'm doing and go and hunt. Sometimes I get lucky, sometimes I gotta take an L. And with these Black Series, I took an L sort of as far as hunting goes. These are the main ones I wanted to point out, and these are the Jar Jar, the Mandalorian Loyalist, and the Mandalorian Commander. And man, these are good. I love these Mandalorian figures, dude. Shout out to Clone Wars. I know a lot of people don't watch that show. Like, they didn't start watching it until they started watching Mandalorian, but that show, man, makes the Mandalorian like 10 times better too. And it's just so cool, like seeing like Black Series Mandalorian figures being put out from Clone Wars and stuff like that. And it was hands down my favorite Mandalorian figure that's out. And so let me set him down right there. And then I thought this was the craziest one. I never thought I'd see a Jar Jar Binks Black Series figure. And it's so funny, like, I think, like, Jar Jar, like, it has gotten so much hate. People hate Jar Jar so much. I remember...
Or at least they used to.
They at least used to hate Jar Jar so much. I mean, and then it's like once Rey came out, everyone's like, okay, Jar Jar's not so bad. Rey, like...
She's boring.
She's just boring. That's just me. But Jar Jar is so funny.
Really
and like people always hated. Like I feel like a lot of people just started getting on the seat on the prequels bandwagon, like liking it. But I'm like, before everyone used to, dude, like diehard Star Wars fans, we know people used to crap on the prequels all the time, and now everyone's like, oh yeah, well it's better than the sequels. I'm like, it's way better. I mean, like they've never really been that bad. The acting may have been kind of bad, but I mean. So what? I mean, when I was a little kid, I saw Jar Jar. I thought he was hilarious. Like I've always liked Jar Jar. Always be Team Jar Jar. He's so sick. Like, dude, his articulation is superb. Like, I just love. Like, look at that. Like, yeah, look at that. He's got some sass in him. Look at that. He can do those little head bobs. It's so funny. Like, I don't really like all the weapons and stuff. Like, I'm not gonna display him with those weapons.
They're bulky.
They're all bulky and stuff. But I just love the figure. I think he was so cool. I paid $40 for him on Mercari. Yeah, like I see people finding these all the time, but every time I go and hunt for them, I don't know what it is. I guess Atlanta has a huge liking for Jar Jar Binks or something. But yeah, this one is super cool. And another one was just this other loyalist. I just had to get him. He's just so cool. He kind of almost just looks like a Jango Fett like reprint, and then they just took his like rangefinder off, but I don't care. It's so sick. Like, it's just super good shelf filler. I think it just looks so awesome. I love the blues and stuff. I can't wait for them to start making more Mandalorian figures. Black Series has really been killing it. I just think that they need to make figures a little more easier to get. It's just so irritating. I'm like, it's Hasbro. I feel like you'd be able to. These sell real quick, like super, like make figures, and like you would sell figures a lot quicker if you made figures everybody wanted. Just stay tuned because I will be doing a little mini documentary on the Canine Corps line from Lannard.
And he stole the genetic code.
Now, the world will see a new dominant species.
Malice fed his hatred of mankind, breeding an army of evil hybrids to exact his revenge. We created more super soldiers dedicated to fighting Malice and his hybrid army. Eclipse, our stealth specialist.
And it's just like little dog G.I. Joes. They're not little, they're like 12-inch figures, but it was a cool line that Lannard did, and it was, I think a spin off of the Corps figures. I know a lot of G.I. Joe fans know about the Corps. The Corps are awesome. They're like the cheaper variants of G.I. Joe. And so I know there's a huge following for that. And I was never a huge G.I. Joe or the Corps fan, but I really liked the Canine Corps figures. I only had one growing up as a kid. I just never really got to get another one. And the one I had, his head broke. And I was always obsessed with those figures and never could find them. Then I went on eBay and people want like $100 a pop for one. I was like, well, maybe one day I'll get them all. And then I went a bid and got them. And so I will be reviewing those and just doing a little brief history on those. So if you want to follow us on social media, I'm on Instagram, expired.collectibles. And I'm also on Mercari. That's where I usually sell, is Mercari and eBay. But mainly Mercari. Mercari is just Expired Threads. It's just our main account. So check out our Depop shops, Expired Threads, and mine is Expired Collectibles. I sell a bunch of cool shirts, like Star Wars shirts, band tees. That's kind of mainly like my little thing that I do, is really pop culture and stuff like that. So some vintage, some modern. I run free shipping on everything, so I run really good deals. It's just cool stuff I find at the thrift and flea markets and stuff like that. So yeah, cool. We will see you on the next one.